Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. In my lessons on Patreon, I now turn my attention to the ABRSM Grade 4 2022 Practice Exam booklet. Practice exam papers are an excellent revision tool, and once you have worked through the Discovering Music Theory workbooks for grades 1, 2, 3 and 4, it's a good idea to then work through some practice exam papers. In this particular lesson, I work through Practice Exam Paper C from the ABRSM 2022 Grade 4 Practice Exam Paper booklet. I work through every single section of the paper, looking at topics including rhythm, pitch, keys and scales, intervals, tonic triads, musical terms and signs, and also music in context. I give tips and hints on how to quickly find the correct answer for each question and give little revision tips as we work through the paper together. The full lesson can be found on my Patreon channel. If you visit patreon.com/Sharon Bill, you can find the full lesson there, and you can find links to this lesson in the cards and in the description box below. After this short little video, you can see sample examples taken from the full Patreon lesson, showing you how I work with you question by question, note by note, just as if I was sitting right next to you. Once you are ready to take the ABRSM Music Theory exam, I've written an exam technique guide, how to take your ABRSM Music Theory exam. It's full of tips and hints on how to be best prepared for your exam, and also how to make the best use of your time when you're actually taking the exam. This book is available from Amazon, and you can find links to this in the cards and the description box. Enjoy your studies! Here we have a piece of music, a little bar in simple time. That means we're in groups of 2. And we've got to write it again in compound time. Now we don't want to change the musical effect, so at the moment we have 3 crotchet beats per bar, so we're in triple time, so we still need to have 3 beats per bar, but now to make it into compound time we need to have 3 dotted crotchet beats per bar. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 quaver beats per bar. So our time signature must be 9/8. And then the way we convert this, if you remember, it's very simple. We just add a dot, remove the triplet. So that kind of stretches, and then where this is squished into 3 into the time of 2, we remove that triplet. No need to squish it, as it were. So we just add a dot, remove the triplet. So we want 9/8, and then it will look like this. So that's the wrong time signature. 9/8, 9/8. So we've got to see now which one's correct. And this is the one we're after here. Dotted minim, and then there's our group without the triplet. Although this does add up correctly, there's no need for this tie. We've no need to change that. It's unnecessarily complicated. A dotted minim is the same job. So we've just sort of complicated that for no reason whatsoever. So there we go. This note, if this, let's count down the octave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 takes us. So this is middle C, D, E, and then it's an octave higher. So here is middle C, then we have D, then we have E, but we also need it to now be an octave higher, which is this E here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we know the space is spelled face. So if you keep middle C as your reference point, you should be able to keep the pitch exactly the same. And before we embark on these questions, I do heartily recommend that you get used to writing out your circle of fifths. That gives you all of the major key signatures and the minor key signatures. It takes all of the stress out of remembering your keys, and with a bit of practice you can get used to writing that quickly, and that would help you in exam time instead of have to keep on stopping to think, oh, now which key signature is this? You'd have them all to hand. So I do suggest that you do that, and then you could just go ahead and try and answer these questions on your own first of all, then we can check through them together. Don't be afraid of making some mistakes now. It's the best way to learn, much more helpful to you in this revision process with these past papers, better than just by passively copying. So do have the circle of fifths to hand and get used to writing that out every time you need to do some work on your theory, because the keys are so relevant to so many sections of these exam papers. So that being said, let's jump in and check these through together now. So which one of these correctly shows the key signature of C sharp minor? Well, we know that C sharp minor is related to E major, and it has a key signature of F, C, G, D sharps. So that won't do. That's actually C minor, not C sharp minor. This looks like it could be right, F, C, G, D, but it's positioned incorrectly. It sort of makes this diamond pattern alternating back up to this G sharp here. Same problem here, F, C. That shouldn't be there, that should be there. F, C, G, D sharps. Here we are in the alto clef, C, D, E, F, C, G, D sharp. That's the one we want. So what do we have here? We have in the treble clef, the B below middle C, D sharp, F sharp. Is this the tonic triad of B minor? Now, the tonic triad of B minor, the tonic note is B, building our triad B, D, F. Now B minor is related to D major, which has a key signature of F sharps and C sharps. We should have an F sharp, but we shouldn't have a D sharp, should we? What we've actually got here is the tonic triad of B major, not B minor, so that's false. And then here we have C sharp minor is related to E major, which has F, C, G, D sharps. And then chord 1, 4, 5, C, D, F, G, build your triads. And then add your key signature, F sharps, C sharps, G sharps, D sharps. And then of course, the raised seventh would be added, wouldn't it? However, here we have F sharp, A, C sharp, so we have chord 4. Is it true or false that a cello can be played pizzicato? To play pizzicato is to pluck the string. The cello is a string instrument, so yes, that's true. How many dotted quaver beats per minute is this melody to be played at? That's the metronome marking. So we're counting in dotted quaver beats, and there are 80 dotted quaver beats per minute. If you think there are 60 beats per minute, if you're counting 1 a second, it's just going to be a little bit faster than 1 dotted quaver beat per second, just a bit faster than that. But the answer is 80.